Hi, my name is Anna Nolan. I'm the Social Media Director for School Webmasters, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to set up a Twitter page for your school. So the first thing you're going to do is navigate to www.twitter.com, and then we're going to sign up for a new page. Now here you're going to want to make sure that you enter the full name of your school. Don't enter your name, you're going to enter your school's name here. And then you can use a phone number or an email address in this area. And you're going to set up a password. Now when you set up your password, I recommend choosing both upper and lowercase letters, and then throw in a couple of numbers and special characters as well. And we'll click sign up. Next, you can enter a phone number. It does help secure the account because then Twitter can send you texts if they have concerns about someone logging in from a different place than usual. But you're not required to do this, so you can skip this step if you prefer. Finally, you're going to choose a username. Now, this is the name that shows up in other people's Twitter feeds when they follow you. So you're going to want to choose something that closely relates to your brand and is easy to find, so that if someone looks for you on Twitter, they'll be able to find you relatively easy. I would not recommend that you choose, say, your mascot. Use as close to the name of your school as you can get. Next, you'll upload a photo. This is your profile picture. This should be something that is identifiable from your school website. One of the purposes of social media pages for schools is to help drive traffic back to your school website. And you want to make sure that you are consistent with your branding from your website to your social media pages. So whatever logo you're using on your website, I recommend that you use that here as well. We'll upload it from the computer. And continue. Now Twitter is going to try to give you some recommendations on some other pages that you might be interested in following. So we'll go ahead and just start with education. That's a good place to start. Education tips, education technology, and let's hit continue. This is an area where you can import contacts from your own email contact list. As a school, I do not recommend that you do this because it will not necessarily apply to your school. So let's go ahead and just skip this step. Now again, Twitter is going to make some recommendations for some pages they think that you might be interested in. All of these are pretty good. You can go ahead and just take their word for it and then deselect them later on, or you can choose your own pages by selecting or deselecting the boxes here, and then just continue. This just helps build up your timeline so that you're seeing tweets in your own home feed that apply to you. In addition to the recommendations that Twitter makes, you'll want to follow pages in your area. So make sure that you're following your state Department of Education. If you're a school that's part of a greater district, you want to follow the district page, and any local businesses, especially those that might sponsor activities at your school, you want to search for them on Twitter and follow them as well. Just make sure that you kind of look around your area and see what you can find. It's a really great way to connect with other neighborhood pages. Before we do anything else, we're going to go ahead and personalize our profile a little bit. So go ahead and click on View Profile. And the first thing we're going to do is add a header photo. Again, this should match the branding from your school website. We're going to want to drive traffic to your website, and then we want to use your website to drive traffic back to your social media pages. Here you'll see that you have the opportunity to add some information about yourself. You can add a short description about your school, your general location, and definitely want to make sure you include your website. And then you'll want to save those changes. Finally, let's go ahead and look at our settings. If you come up to your icon here and choose settings, these are just your general account settings, which you've already set up. Security and privacy, you'll want to look through here and decide how you want to secure your page, what kind of login verification you will require when people choose to log in, what you're going to allow when it comes to your followers tagging you in their own photos or tweets. So just make sure that you go through and read every one of these and choose them as they apply to your community. Let's look at email notifications. This is the area where you decide how much you do or do not want to hear about from Twitter via your email. So personally, I turn this feature off. I do not need to hear about every single thing that occurs on Twitter through my email box. When you do that, your inbox can get really cluttered. So I tend to turn this off, and instead, I choose to go ahead and view all of this good stuff in my notifications, which is up here at the top menu. And anytime anyone interacts with your page, that will show up here. We don't have any because it's a brand new page, but it will show up here, and you will know when someone has liked a tweet or retweeted one of your tweets or just interacted with your Twitter page in any way. So again, you want to make sure that you decide what's best for you. And if you do prefer to get those notifications straight to your email, you can certainly do that. Web notifications, that goes back to this menu item that we just discussed. So I do leave those on, and I want to know about all this stuff. I want to know when my tweets are retweeted, when someone likes my tweets, when someone replies to anything I mentioned in. These are definitely things that I want to hear about up here in my timeline. Finally, as the page administrator, I recommend that you go through each of these menu items and make sure that you familiarize yourself with all of the tools that are available to you. Twitter is a great way to engage with your community in just a quick fashion. It's a really great way to get the word out and to participate in some really cool discussions going on in the education community. So that's it. Now you are on Twitter and you're ready for your first tweet. I wish you the best of luck. If you have any questions about using your Twitter page, please don't hesitate to contact us. You can visit us at www.schoolwebmasters.com. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.